Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to show you a little bit about how I organize my files and what my workflow is like. So I recently posted on my Instagram story and said that I keep all of my raw files, and I got a lot of people messaging me asking how I do that and why I do that, and I just kind of wanted to show how I organize all of the thousands and thousands of raw files that I keep because I never delete anything. The reason I do that is just because I don't know, I want the reassurance that I always have my photos to go back on if I lose them for some reason, like on my gallery delivery website. I want to be able to go back and re-edit them if I want to. I just want to make sure, if for some reason my edits are gone, that I still have the raw files. I'm not sure if I'm always going to be doing this because it is becoming a lot. I have maybe 7 full hard drives, external hard drives right now, sitting on my desk over the past few years. And it is a lot. It's expensive to buy new hard drives, but I think it's worth it because I like to keep all of my raws. So maybe I won't do this forever. Maybe this is just what I'm doing right now, but this is what makes me feel good. So I want to keep doing it this way. Basically, I'm going to show you what I do when I come back from a shoot, when I'm ready to import the photos, organize them, begin editing them in Lightroom, what I do with them. The first thing I want to make clear is that I do all of my editing on external hard drives. So I never come back from a shoot and import my SD card files or CF card files onto my computer's hard drive in the pictures folder or the documents folder or the desktop or wherever. I don't ever put them there. I always put them immediately on the external hard drive along with the Lightroom catalog that I make for that shoot, because I make a new Lightroom catalog for every single shoot that I do. I do that because if, God forbid, something happens to my laptop, I don't want to lose everything, and it makes your computer run a lot faster if you're not overloading your own computer's hard drive with a ton of raw files. That will slow down Lightroom. If Lightroom is really laggy and that's what you've been doing, that's probably why. It just makes your computer run faster, and I just personally don't have enough room on my computer's hard drive to keep importing raw files. I have to put them on externals because I just don't have enough room in my own hard drive. First, I'm going to show you what my hard drive looks like. So if I click on this drive that's connected, you can see I have some other folders of random stuff, but my main folders are my 2019 and 2020. I got this hard drive in July of 2019. I filled up the other one halfway through, which was annoying because I like to have one hard drive for each year, but it's clearly not working that way. So, so this is 2019. I'll open it. And so these are all of the shoots that I did from July to December 2019. And I organize all of them by date. So as you can see, this first one says July 5th, 2019 with some underscores, and then the name of the client or the name of, the place I shot at. These are all in numerical order, which makes accessing them really easy for me. I know that when I'm come back from a shoot ready to make a new one, I'll just add it to the bottom, and then I'll right click and do clean up, and it will organize them numerically. So that's just what I like to do. So I have all of these files, and they're all in date order. And so now I'm going to show you what I do next. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to pretend that I just had a shoot, and I'm going to come back and start importing my files, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to open the 2020 folder, and I'm going to make a new folder. Today is January 10th, 2020. I'm just going to name it my name, Marina. Clean up. And then within this folder, we're going to have 3 folders in the end, but right now we're going to make raws. So this is where I'm going to click and drag all of my raw files from my hard drive, or from my SD card. So I'm going to click on the SD card, that's this one. I'm going to open it up, and let's pretend I'm doing all of them. We have 75 photos, dragging them, and Finder is going to begin copying them into this folder. So the reason I do this first, and the reason I don't open Lightroom and click import is because, let me show you. Let's pretend that this is like an empty, new catalog. If you were to click import here and begin importing from your SD card, if you were to, click all of them, press import, it starts importing them into your catalog. it doesn't just import them into the catalog, it has to save them somewhere else on your computer. So what it does is Lightroom creates a folder under your pictures if you're on a Mac. I'm not sure what it is on a PC, probably still pictures, but it'll create a new folder in your pictures tab that is titled by the date, January 10th, and that's where all of your raw files go. So it's creating copies of them on your computer's hard drive that it can access if you don't tell it where to access them from. And by doing that, like I said, it will slow down your computer. You're gonna have so much, information and data on your computer's drive that it's gonna make Lightroom run slow. That's just not where I want my raw files to be. I do not want them to be in my computer's pictures folder. So this is why I manually drag them in myself. So it's finished importing them into this folder. That's perfect. So now this is where I make a new Lightroom catalog. So this is from a different shoot. I'm gonna do File, New Catalog. I'm going to locate my folder, 2020, and then this is the folder I made. And here I'm going to name the catalog Marina. And I'll click Create. Skip backing up for now. It's then going to close that catalog that I had open and reopen this new empty one. So yes, I created new Lightroom catalog for every single shoot that I do, and that's because I want to easily access the photos all in one place. I don't want multiple shoots all in one catalog. That will slow down my Lightroom if you keep importing more and more photos. It'll just make things harder to find when it comes down to like the library and organization. I make a new catalog for every single shoot that I do, and you can see that, here, for example. This is that catalog. Same for this one. I make a new catalog for everyone. So whenever I'm like, hey, I want to access that catalog from my trip this summer because I want to re-edit one of the photos because I didn't like the way I edited it or something, I'll go back and I'll find that catalog, open that one specifically. It makes things way easier, and you don't run the risk of something happening to that one catalog and you can't access any of your photos for some reason. I like to break it up into individual ones. So here is our catalog, and like I said, we're not going to click the import button. We're going to find the raw folder. I'm going to select all. I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag to the Lightroom logo right here. Drag and let go. It'll select them, and it's selecting them, from my hard drive, not from the card. And I'm just going to press import, wait for them to import in here. I like to import all of them into Lightroom. I don't use a separate program to cull my photos. This is just what I like to do best. So other people may like doing it differently, but this is just me and my workflow. Once I have them all imported, that's when I kind of begin to go through and cull them, organize them, choose which ones I'm going to edit and send to the client by adding them to the quick collection. This is basically the same thing as a favorites list. You can add to it by pressing the B key on your keyboard. So say I want to add this photo, I'm gonna rotate it, I'll press B. Here it is in my quick collection. From here, that's where I flag photos, I color code them, I kind of get more in depth and narrow them down. But say I've edited all of my photos in my quick collection, I'm ready to export them, I'm done with them. I'll select all of them and I'll right click, export. And this is when I choose choose the correct folder. So I'll choose the hard drive, I'll navigate over to here, and I want it to save in an edits folder here. So we'll have our catalog folder, our raw folder, and an edits folder. So I'll just select this, I'll click choose, I'll do put in subfolder called edits, I'll rename them to, say that's me, Marina. I don't resize to fit, I leave it like this as a JPEG, quality 100. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I do export. It's going to export this unedited photo as a JPEG rather than a raw file. So boom, here it is already. So we're going to click the edits, and there they are. And also when you're exporting, you can decide how you want to label them. If you want to rename them to something else, if you want them numerically or whatever, you can do all of that. So that is pretty much just how my organization process goes when it comes to Lightroom. When I'm ready to send them to my client, I deliver through Pixieset. So I will upload all of the photos to Pixieset in its own folder, email that gallery to the client, make sure it looks really pretty and nice. That's pretty much just where I go from here. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Basically, the main takeaways are that I edit everything on external hard drives, nothing on my computer's actual drive, and that I make a new catalog for every single shoot that I do. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this video. If you have any other questions about my workflow that maybe I missed, comment below and I will get back to you. Yeah, thank you guys again, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future.